Hey guys, it's Kyla here, and this video is a bit different. I'm just coming on here. We're just gonna hop into the video. I don't even want to give forth an explanation, but as you see from the title of the video, we're gonna talk about a lot. So today is my birthday. I'm 21. And it is amazing, and I'm happy and whatnot, and so many things happen, and I just want to come up on here and share and give forth this testimony. Because now it's like we're stepping into a next phase. But okay, so I told you, well, if you don't know me, hello, my name is Kyla. I don't know, I think before I began walking with the Lord, I've always felt like this, but I feel like as I began walking with the Lord, I started to feel like this a bit more, and I would feel like no one would care about me. I've always felt like a ghost. Always felt like a ghost. Maybe that I care about people more than they actually care with me, and I wouldn't be upset, I wouldn't be angry. I'd just be like, okay, it's cool. This is just how things are. And so coming into God, I still feel this way, but it's a bit different now because it's like, I've been in hard seasons and I've been in tough times, and I'm just like, Lord, where are you? There's a lot of stuff happening. I just don't feel like people are coming through for me. I feel like I care and I do this, but I would never receive what I'm bringing to people. And again, it's cool. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. It is what it is. And so, yesterday, I ended up celebrating my birthday because that was the best day for me to celebrate it. And so yesterday I celebrated my birthday, and first off, I want to start off by saying I had been stressed about this whole thing for such a long time. I was so anxious. I was so worried, and I was talking to God, and I was crying out to him about everything in regards of my hair, in regards of my makeup, in regards of what I'm gonna wear. I was so anxious about literally everything for like months, because that was another thing. I feel like when it came to birthdays, I never enjoyed it. Like, my birthday always felt like miserable because it was just like, it was just miserable because it was just like I didn't do anything. I wouldn't feel loved. And so I literally said to God, like, God, I just want one birthday that I can, actually enjoy. And so I started planning it out, and I start getting worried about all of that, because if you don't know me, if you're not a part of this channel and whatnot, I don't have a job. The Lord has caught me away from that, and so it's like I'm literally relying on the full grace of God. However he intends to provide, whenever he intends to provide. Like, I'm literally hanging on to God and his grace. And so God made a way. He made a way for me to get my hair. Made a way for me to get my makeup done. He made a way for me to get an outfit, because I had an outfit already, but I didn't really like it. And I remember I kept expressing this to the Lord, like, God, I don't like this outfit and whatnot, but it's okay. I will be okay with wearing this. And he provided for me to get another outfit that I actually liked and that actually made me feel beautiful and whatnot. And so now going into the planning of what I was gonna do, again, I didn't know what I was gonna do. It was just a whole lot going on, and I didn't think I was able to do it, but I ended up doing all of the stuff. And I was with my friends on my birthday, and it was on the day before my birthday, and it was again an amazing day. And we went out, we did so much stuff. And when I had got to my friend's house, I walked into the room, and she literally surprised me so much. And again, like I said, in my heart, I just felt like nobody cared. And again, that wasn't something in regards of which I was upset about. But when it comes to surprising, when it comes to people giving to me and sewing into me and whatnot, I would never think people will do that to me, and that's cool, that's okay. And so when I walk into the room, I still have to read her card actually, speaking of that. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I walked into the room and the whole room is set up. Like as soon as I walk in and they're playing music, they're playing Mary Mary, and she sets up this whole thing, and it's like there's a cake, there's all of this stuff, and I don't know, it was just really good. She got me a bag, like it was really, really, really good, and so I was happy, and I was not expecting it because again, I was just like, you know, it's just another day, you know, we are gonna go to these things and we're going to have a lot of fun, and that did happen, but I was not expecting what had happened in the beginning when I had like first came into her house and whatnot. And so I was very thankful and grateful. And then as the day progressed, like I just saw the hand of the Lord. Like I went to a museum, and first of all, getting into the museum, I didn't even have to pay because my friend, she used like a military discount and they literally said, okay, like you guys don't have to pay, like you only have to pay 25, and she ended up paying the 25. And I was so surprised. I was like, what the heck? And as I was in the museum, like I didn't know that they switched like exhibits out. I did not know they switched the exhibits out of the museum. As I was in it, they had one exhibit and it was just full of Jesus. Like there was so much art, and it had points in regards of Jesus and how he is God and how he is the king, and how it was just all of this stuff pointing towards God. And then after we left the museum, we were outside and I seen this lady, she had a faith shirt on, and I was like, what the heck? Like everywhere I turned, I kid you not, I saw God. Everywhere I turned, I saw the Lord. And I'm trying not to cry because I cry so ugly. And I'm not gonna edit this video, I'm just posting it. So that's why I'm covering my face, because I cry hideous. But just everywhere I turned, God, 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 everywhere. And so we went to a karaoke place next after that. And after that, there was a lot of technical difficulties going on, so they switched us into they gave us extended time, and then after that we went to dinner and whatnot. And this was the thing with the dinner. So because we stayed at the karaoke place a bit longer, we were a bit late. Like we had to go back to the dorm. I mean, we had to go back to our house, and we had to, you know, get ready and whatnot, because again, first of all, what I had on wasn't what I was wearing to my dinner, and what they had on, they wasn't wearing that to dinner. So we had to go back, we had to change, we had to do our hair. Like I literally changed my whole hair. I had a pixie cut on, and I ended up changing my whole entire wig into the one I have on now. So it was just a lot going on, and we had to call the place like 3 times because of how late we were running, and you know, set the appointment back further and further, not the appointment, the dinner, further and further and further and further back. And I remember then I was like, dang, I'm so anxious because this place closes at 11, and I was just like, maybe they're not going to allow us to come in. Like I was just anxious, just so anxious. And yeah, I was like, maybe they're not gonna allow us to get in, maybe they're gonna say we cancel your reservation. I was just conflicted. So we got in, like I'm like half put together. I had to take my shoe off to drive because I have my heels on. To take my shoe off, I was driving, and we got to the place and we were able to get in, and it was no issue. Like we got in the place, it was beautiful. I was able to, what was it, I think I am gonna edit this just a tad bit. I don't, you know, no, I'm not. But yeah, we were able to sit down and we were able to eat and whatnot. And it's like I was already satisfied with my day because I could see how much the Lord showed up for me. Like even just being able to make the dinner, or it wasn't like too much. Like I was already happy. Like I was grateful. I was thankful so much. And that's when, like, as we're in the middle of eating dinner, I have no idea about this or anything. As we're in the middle, I'm with my friends and whatnot, and my family just comes by because I ended up spending the night at their house. So I didn't expect them to come by because where I live really far from Atlanta because my friend, she lives in Buckhead. So I live mad far from there. I live like 2 hours, an hour away. And so I did not expect them, or I did not expect to see them. And so when I seen them, I was like, what the heck? Like, I just hear, happy birthday. And it's all of this madness. It's all of this stuff. And I'm like, I see this cake, I see this flower bouquet, and I'm just like, what the heck? And I don't know, just so, like, I was just so overwhelmed with emotion because, again, I didn't think they was gonna come through. Like, I was okay with the day that I had, but it was still more added on to the day. So, yeah. So after that, my mom, she gives me this, like the little money bouquet. It was really cute. I'm gonna show you because it's right here in front of me. She gives me this money bouquet. And it's so beautiful, and she says happy birthday, happy 21st birthday and whatnot. And then my dad, he gave me such an amazing gift that I'm not even gonna speak on and say, but yeah, he gave me an amazing gift, and I was just so overwhelmed, and all I can sit and think about is people caring. Like, that's really all that was running through my head. I was like, people really do care. And God really does care, and He really does love me. And I didn't think that the Lord remembered me. I didn't think that He just again remembered me. I've been in a season where I've literally been in the house all day, sitting all day, and this goes into the next part. But I've been in a season sitting in the house all day, literally doing not much. You know, I would either watch my little brother or I would just be in my room in my word. And I'll express to God all the time. I'll be like, Lord, I'm sorry. I cry so ugly. You cannot catch me at my worst like that. This is already my worst. I can't let you catch me at my worst. But I'm sitting and I'm talking to God. I'm just like, Lord, you know, I do the same thing every single day. And it just seems like you don't care. It seems like you don't see me. And something my mom had told me, like, as we were at the dinner, she says, I've been planning this for so long. I've been behind the scenes doing things for so long. And you didn't even know it. You were anxious. Well, I was sitting and I was changing my plans left and right. But God knows that I was so anxious. I was so anxious about what I was going to do. I was so anxious about what I was going to wear. I was so anxious about my makeup because I don't know how to do makeup. I was so anxious about how I'm going to get a wig. I was so anxious about literally everything. And she was like, you didn't even know I had been planning this for so long. My uncle, he ended up flying from New York to Boston, to Atlanta. And it was just so beautiful. I was just so thankful because, again, I didn't think nobody cared. I didn't think nobody would come through. I cannot let y'all catch me slipping like this. I'm so sorry I'm doing this, but I cry hideous. But it was amazing, and it was so beautiful. And I don't know, I just didn't think nobody cared. And I was just crying. Like, I was trying not to cry. I was like literally crying like how I am at the restaurant, and I was trying not to cry as much, but I couldn't help but cry. My makeup was done. I said, I can't let the makeup get ruined. Like, I'm sorry, this is beautiful, Jesus, but I can't let the makeup get ruined. And so I'm crying and I'm crying, and the makeup did not get ruined by the grace of God. The lady that did my makeup, she did amazing. She did a phenomenal job because the makeup did barely move. Amen. But again, I was just only really thinking about that God hasn't forgotten about me, and that He's been working on things that I cannot see. There's so many things happening that I cannot see. So I'm coming on here to basically share this testimony, not to sit and brag about what happened. It's not even about that. No, we don't do that. God cares so much more than what you think. Yes, you may be in a time where you feel like God doesn't remember you. You feel like the Lord has forsaken you, but I kid you not, God is right there with you. When it says in Psalms that He is with you, even when you walk through the darkest of valleys, that is true. That is true. And there's so many things what God is doing that you don't understand. He's still writing your story. He has not put that pen down. He has not. And I just want to give you this encouragement that God is here in your life. Whether you don't see that, whether you don't, whether you are in the side of the street right now saying, God, I won't even know what my next meal will be. The Lord will provide, and He will provide more. He will provide in abundance. While you may want to sit and settle for something, do not settle, but stand firm on your God. Don't settle for less. Don't sit and go back to those old gods. Don't sit and go back to those old things or those idols. Stand firm on your Father and know that He will never leave His servants. Never, ever, ever. And it's like, I don't even say all of this to be like, oh yeah, I got it like that. I got it like that, and I'm set, I'm straight. No, I'm 21 now, and I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do in my life. And this is something else I'm anxious over because this is bigger. It's like while I was stressing about my birthday right now, it came out to be more than what I even thought it to be, like so much more, and it was so beautiful because again, I did not think nobody cared for real. And I was okay with that. I was just like, you know what, it's cool. I can it's okay. I was okay with that. I was okay being in the house, and like I said, my days are gonna continue. And this is, I believe, the same thing in which I'm gonna be doing. But that's another thing that I'm worried about. Like, I don't know where the heck my life is gonna go. I don't know. I don't know where my life is gonna go. I don't know how. I don't know when. I do not know. And that is something that I'm sitting like anxiously with God on because I'm just like, Lord, I don't know. Like, that's really all I can say. And it's like, I can look at this situation and see that He's saying, I care, I'm here, and I know what you're feeling. I know that you're anxious. I know that you're tired. I know that you're worried, but I tell you not worry, but to look at me, and align every step. It was the same thing with Rebecca. She just so happened to be at the right place at the right time. She didn't know anything about what was going to happen, but God had been planning something behind the scenes with Joseph. He didn't know what God was doing behind the scenes with Pharaoh, but God was doing something that he could not see. And so that just goes on to show and say that God is doing something that we cannot see. I'm saying this not because I have made it. I'm in the same boat that you're probably in right now, not knowing the next thing, not knowing when the Lord is going to come through, not knowing when God is going to provide, not knowing when God will make a way out, not knowing when you will step into a land. I'm in the same boat. The Lord has been speaking to me that He's coming in swiftly. That's something I've been seeing lately. I've been seeing the word swift, 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 swift. I've been seeing, but He's been saying that. I haven't seen anything yet, so I literally don't know. But again, I just go on all of this to say that God is here. He's here, and He loves you, and He cares about you. And continue to seek Him first above all things. I'm sorry about the helicopter. Continue to seek Him first above all things. Continue to be fervent in prayer. Don't stop. Don't let the enemy deter you. Even if he has, get back up. Because it is okay. The Lord has said, I'm not done with your life. I'm still writing your story. I will provide for you. I will make a way out. Do not worry. Do not compromise. Stand firm and wait on me, because I will show you how much I care. All of those no's that you've gone through, all of the rejection in which you've gone through, I will show you why. He literally showed me why, because literally there was so much There was so much that had happened. There was so many no's that I had faced before my birthday. And I was like, well, God, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I keep getting these false promises from other people saying that they're going to do this, they're going to do this, and they don't do it. They don't do it. And so I was so just sad and I was just so angry. But even still, yet we forgive and we go. But the Lord showed me better than He can tell me why those no's were no's. The Lord gave me, as I was in the car on my way back home, that there's so much that you can only see in your life. Like, you see like 20% of your life. You see like 20% because you're only seeing what's in your now. You can't see how God is moving behind the scenes. You can't see what God's doing in other people's heart. You cannot see that. The only thing in which you see is your life now. And so you may be in a situation where you don't feel like nobody cares, that the Lord's not bringing forth justice, that God has just abandoned you. You may feel like that, but that's not what God has said. He cares about you. He has made your life sacred. And at the right time, He will come through, but trust. And it reminds me of Ephesians 3:20, which we're going to go to. It's Ephesians 3:20. And it says, now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than what we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. God is going to do more than what you think. It may not look like it now. You may be looking at me like, girl, I don't know nothing you're talking about. I would feel the same way when I would hear stuff like this. And so please take my advice, and I'm even trying to take heed on to my own advice right now, that God is here. And if I continue to look at Him, if I continue to seek Him, if I continue to be steadfast and close on to Him, I will see a way out. I will be at the right place at the right time. He will open the doors that I don't even see that can open. And so I just want to give forth this encouragement to somebody. I really do pray that this blesses you. And yeah, I love you guys so much. God loves you so, so much more. And I pray you have a good morning, good afternoon, or good night. I'm so sorry that I cried and the video looks a mess, but this is going to reach somebody in the spirit. Amen and goodbye.